Welcome to Thoughts on Ministry podcast with Ray Eppard, a podcast focused on helping you be more effective as you serve God. Now, here's your host, Ray Eppard.
Hello, glad you could join us again. My name's Ray Eppard, and this is my Thoughts on Ministry. And right now we're looking at what we'll call the three dimensions of leadership. We've talked about leading yourself, leading the organization, and now we're talking about leading cultural change. Leading cultural change. We said that largely comes down to the changing of mindset, the changing of mindsets. So often, churches, ministries, businesses, they will actually try to implement a strictly behavioral program, but never address the mindset behind it. Now, the culture is expressed through behaviors. But you can't just change the behavior and get different results. We've all been around those people at some point in time that was trying to be nice to you, and the whole time you knew they didn't like you. And they just didn't really want to be around you, but they're putting on the show. We've all been there. It's not just behaviors and actions that make the difference. It is the mindset that is behind that. And we've got to understand that so that we're not just trying to change a behavior, though we want behaviors to change, we're endeavoring to change the mindset. If you would, changing the mindset is changing the vision. You know, Proverbs tells us that without a vision, people perish. And you see, a lot of times people just try to change actions, but they don't have a change in vision, so it's not going to produce different results because they're not seeing things any differently than they've ever seen them before. It's like, sadly, we'll share this one from personal experience. Over the years, I would stop eating this, I'd stop eating that, stop drinking this, stop drinking that, and to change things with myself physically. Well, a lot of times that didn't last. Most of the time it did not last because my mindset to the whole thing had not changed. My mindset was still the same. I just wanted a different result, but I was still thinking the same. Well, the bottom line is, in the end, my thinking, my mindset won out over my behaviors. My mindset ended up dictating my behaviors. We have to actually change our thinking. The book of Proverbs also says, as a person thinks in their heart, so are they. In other words, you might be able to do some things to clean it up, dress it up and everything, but the bottom line is, in the end, how you think, how you process things is what's going to come out, and it is going to be what dictates and controls your life. Same thing true in a ministry. It is the mindset that is going to end up dictating how things go. Where does it go? Does it dry up and shrivel up and blow away, or does it thrive? Is blessing coming through it? The mindset will have more to do with that than just what people do. Now, what you do is important because faith without works is dead. But we have to understand the significance. If we're going to lead cultural change, then we have to understand the importance of changing the mindset. Even, that can be implemented at the same time of changing behaviors, but addressing the mindset is crucial. And it is critical if what you're trying to do is actually going to succeed in the end. Mindset, how people think, the lens that they see life through. Very often, a lot of times, churches and businesses, both, you start to do something, people, this will never work. They'll change this and they'll be doing this other program next time. And, it's just, we just ride this out. And it ends up creating no lasting impact because there was no mindset change in the organization. There was no mindset change in the ministry. If we're going to lead cultural change, we have to address the mindset. We have to address how we see things. We need to create a vision of why this is, the importance of it. And ultimately, it really comes down to that why. Why is this necessary? What is the benefit? What is the upside? And then as we begin to do that, we can begin to actually effectively lead cultural change. Well, thanks for joining us. Again, I'm Ray Eppert, and this has been My Thoughts on Ministry.
You've been listening to Thoughts on Ministry with Ray Eppert. Remember to subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.